To me, this initiative is crucial. It's the basic kind of educational level that a worker needs to have to work in a residential needs to be the same across the state.
My qualifications are Diploma of Community Services and Community Work, and also a Cert 4 in Child Protection and Youth Juvenile Justice as well. The qualifications that I currently have assist me in having the knowledge and understanding to be able to work with my client, as well as engage with them and working with them in a professional manner.
I did my diploma in Sydney 4 years ago, and I think the diploma is a necessity in our field today. I think the skills that I learnt from doing my diploma, it has taught me so many things on top of the life skills that I already had.
So I hold a qualification in Cert 4 Community Services, and I've also got a Diploma of Leadership and Management, but I'm also currently completing the new Cert 4 in Community Service, Child and Youth Family Intervention. To me, I find that having that qualification is going to enable me to provide a better quality service to my young people, not just on an organisational perspective, but also on an emotional level. We need to respect the fact that some of our young people have been through some traumatic events in their lives. And so being able to really get down on their level and connect with them and build those relationships with them is so important to achieve some higher outcomes for them.
The first thing is education. The more you know how to understand what the issues are, or understand what the challenges are, the better prepared you have to handle a situation.
I do feel like it does assist myself using those frameworks and being able to use them whilst working with the young person.
They need to have the same language, the same way of looking at things. And it's kind of like a good house, you need to have a good foundation.
I think it was very, very important just to learn that the safety, to understand a child that had been traumatised, to respect their feelings, and mainly listening. I think listening is the biggest tool that anyone's learnt from working and getting their diploma.
This gives me the knowledge and the skill to be able to do what I do when I'm in that workplace. It also makes me feel competent and capable in doing my work. At the same time, it makes me feel safe knowing that there's these appropriate skills that I can use.
So it's crucial that the team all is aware of how to deal in certain circumstances.
It's taught us to do a lot of thinking about how we would want to be treated. And knowing these children have been traumatised, we tend to have a lot of respect and empathy for them.
I strongly believe that a framework that every organisation has adopted and has implemented will ensure that definitely during transfer between residentials, that's a big one. So that means straight away that if a young person goes from one residential to another residential, they use the same language, but they also have everything written down in a certain way that the other organisation straight away goes, oh, I know what you're trying to do here with this young person. These are the issues, these are the opportunities, and put it in the same language. Then straight away it makes it so much easier.
I love therapeutic support work. I think it's so uplifting that you're able to work with young people in a one-on-one setting and be able to provide that therapeutic support, pushing aside the behaviours that they see and solely focusing on the emotional level and connecting with them that way. It's so powerful.
The first thing is the language. You're all using the same language to describe certain things. The number two is the education will give you insights in what the young person is experiencing at that time. And the other third thing is that it gives a kind of like a theoretical model behind it of how certain situations should be approached. And if you all are doing it the same way and you have an understanding and you're all acting in a certain way, it's much better for the young people.
I feel like that's very important, that we we know those skills and those frameworks and the theory as well, that we're able to do the practical side of things well. So it goes hand in hand and it marries one another, and has a good balance of theory as well as practice.
Within our organisation, we have a minimum requirement for all youth workers to have a minimum of Cert 3. So with the Cert 4 now rolling out, we've actually, like I mentioned, we've partnered with an RTO so that they can take the skills that they're using on the floor and then cross-reference that to their Cert 4. So every new employee and every current employee is having to complete that module, irrelevant of if they have external qualifications. Just because of that hope and healing that's in there, we actually want them to be able to utilise that.
With my diploma, I think I would like to go further with the company I'm with at the moment. I would love to be a coordinator of a house one day. I think that would be very rewarding for myself, and because I got my diploma later on in life as well, I think that doing something for myself is very important.
By me being able to start off in youth work and starting at the bottom and using those skills that I equipped during my training and during my education, it was able for me to go, okay, well, I've done this now, let's take the next step. And not only, I guess, putting it to practice with the young people, but then putting it to practice with my team members and the support that they needed, because, you know, our role is so intense.
I think it's crucial that across the state everybody has the same level, and that gives us a fair starting point as well, that everybody knows what to do in certain circumstances and has an understanding of the young people they're going to work with.
And I feel like it's going to break a lot of that fear of, oh, I can't, you know, I can do my work well, like practically, but, you know, like looking into a book or reading or doing an exam, I'm not so good. So I feel like that's really going to support and push people to be able to face some of those insecurities or fears.